Okay, so at the beginning, I'm going to ask you guys to just say your name and hold on one second. Cool, Luke.
You know, when we're at home, this is like life now. It's like all in one.
Yeah.
Children, cooking, business,
Mm-hmm.
animals.
All right, so Key, you definitely gonna have to help me out.
Okay.
All right, Luke, here, you can sit up here with me if you're quiet. You want to sit up here?
No.
Okay.
You,
All right, so 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go. So, hey everybody, it's TJ here with What's the Biz. I'm here with my early risers family. How y'all doing?
hey.
How you guys doing?
Yes.
So this is like our mini reunion. We're so excited to come together and kind of talk about our experience with the Early Risers Academy. This past, was it spring, right? Spring, summerish kind of thing. We're the spring cohort.
Spring. Yeah.
Spring, yeah, spring, summer.
Thanks, T, who didn't want to co-host with me. Thanks. So we're just here today to really talk about our experience and be really honest. I really like this group. Like I feel like very honest with each other, very encouraging. And so I thought it would be a great idea for us to come together and talk about our experience in a fun way. That way, if you're interested in, building your business or learning new things, if you're already in business and just trying to solidify your business, definitely tune in so you can learn more about the Early Risers Academy, because we are going to be honest. And in my background, you'll hear my 3-year-old, like Key said earlier, that's just the world we live in. So first off, I definitely want to introduce Gail and Key and Audrey. If you guys want to just introduce yourselves so they can know who you are.
Sure. I think we should start with Key, who's a program.
Okay, hey everybody. I am Kiana Key Daniels. And I'm the project manager at Wright State Research Institute, and I lead this program, Early Risers Academy, which is a play on our Early Risers pitch opportunity that we do early in the morning. And it's a 10-week boot camp, super rigorous, where we really help both aspiring and existing businesses build a solid foundation for their businesses so that they can move forward. We hold them accountable and we create a safe space for them to work on their business instead of just in it. And so we have the lovely Gail here who was she was the lead facilitator for this cohort. And so Gail, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Well, good evening, everyone. Fabulous to see everyone. It doesn't feel like we just started just yesterday, but we did have a great ride. And as Key said, the formal things that we did using the Kaufman curriculum and having 3 fun-filled hours, I think the special things is what we did after hours, when we had our one-on-ones and when we had our chat-ups and things like that. And I think that's why organically you guys wanted to have this reunion. So I'm just glad to be a part of the ride. And definitely as we went through the cohort, my girl Key is my ride or die person. We just kind of can talk and code and get it done. So this is
Yes, thank you. And Audrey, we have Audrey, who is the director of our communications and social media, who is the one that puts the word out about all things Launch Dayton and entrepreneurship in the Dayton entrepreneurial ecosystem. Audrey, do you want to say anything?
No, you covered it pretty well. I'm excited that y'all jumped on it and applied and got into our cohort. So thank you all for participating, because it's our entrepreneurs that make our community great.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Thank you guys. And thank you for just having this program. It was really helpful to my business, as I'm sure as everyone else can relate. So that's where I want to start. How has everybody been since COVID? Since we ended the cohort, how's everybody's businesses been doing?
Busy, like real busy.
What you got going on, Winter? Out here.
Well, well, thanks for that. No pressure, right? So I did the Early Risers early morning pitch, and that went well. I got a good connection from that. One of the guys, Brian, introduced me to, I think this guy's named Richard Summers. He's actually a former Secretary of Education for, I want to say like Oklahoma.
Wow.
Oklahoma or like one of them states. And so anyway, but they're actually based out of Middletown. So he's on vacation this week, but his assistant is supposed to be getting me on his calendar for early August. And then of course the single best part of the entire experience for myself, Gail Francis Johnson, she connected me with Lawrence Love, who agreed to assist me with doing some business development. He's actually the biz dev for Darren Bell's My Music Ed. And so we're not quite there yet because we're still developing the curriculum and getting that all tight. But once we're tight, Lawrence Love said he's happy to, you know, put us in front of some people. And so, yeah, just I actually spoke with my curriculum designer this morning. So she's taking a book, whittling it down. Key came through with a solid connect to Donna McCoy, who works for Dayton Children's, and she works at Kaiser. Well, she works for Children's, but she is a site coordinator for Kaiser Elementary, Fairview, all those good places. So we're linked up with her, and it's just been busy, busy, busy.
Well, thank you so much, T, for spending time with us and penciling us into your calendar. I'm gonna and I'm so happy for you. That all sounds amazing. I'm gonna switch it over to Patricia, who is also a winner for our cohort in the Early Risers Academy. And just to kind of give you guys a background, both T and Patricia won $1,000, and we all did a pitch, and we're gonna talk about that later. But Patricia, how's everything going with you since you won? You know what I'm saying? No hard feelings. We can't hear you, girl. Nope. But let's let you figure that out. And but yeah, so anybody else have any good news before we get back to Patricia? Ro, what's up? I'm gonna call you out. What you doing? How's life?
I love you. It's great. Once again, shout out to Gail. I actually have a scheduled meeting with Carlos, who's like the director of the West Dayton area incubator. So I have a meeting set up with him for next week. So I'm super anxious about that. And also, I wasn't like, maybe I took about 2 to 3 weeks off. But after that, I kind of got back on track, just trying to at least give my business like 2 to 4 hours of actually being intentional and trying to make some things happen and make some things shake. So things are moving forward. I just feel like everything I'm speaking is coming into existence, but I am, I'm getting prepared for the opportunity. And I feel like that's what YE set me up. I mean, excuse me, I feel like that's what ERA set me up for, just getting prepared for the opportunity. So I would definitely say if you want to do something, if you want to make it happen, this is where you should start. And you meet some awesome people in your race.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing. All right, Patricia, I don't think it's working still. Nope. But we'll come back to you. So I do want to give room for one more update. Anybody else have, well, not one more, but does anybody else have any updates on their business? Y'all see our girl Kat in here cooking, out here baking.
Right, in the lab, huh?
I'm saying though, like making us all hungry. Like, can I get a sample picture or something? Like just really put a, you know, something on the screen.
I'll put a picture and group me when I'm done.
Yes.
You guys can place your holiday orders anytime now.
Promo. Come on, drop the tag.
That's right.
I'm glad festival life is kicking back up. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're actually going mobile. We've started to be in different communities once a week. So,
wow.
And then making deliveries as we're in those communities.
Nice.
I'm busy.
See, that's an update.
All the single serving things and all that.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear
Are
you.
you doing all the single servings? I know that seems to be what's in vogue because of COVID.
Yeah, everything has to be wrapped and labeled, and but it's still good. It works.
Cool.
I'm OCD, so I kind of wrap everything anyway.
Yeah. Kat, tell us where we can find you next. Tell the audience where we can find you next.
Saturday, we are going to be at the New Carlisle Farmers Market. It's in the CVS parking lot. And we will have fruit tarts and banana pudding samples.
Oh, and that's what you're making right now is banana pudding.
Banana pudding, yep.
Okay, I need to get one of those samples. So I want to dive into just how, so like myself, like when I first found out about this experience, I was a little leery because it was 3 hours, you know, once a week. And my attention span, you're lucky if you got me for 5 minutes. But I wanted to know, like, your guys' experience with, you know, staying focused for 3 hours, like what kinds of things you did to stay engaged, especially since we had to kind of switch from being in person to online. Like, what kind of advice would you give to people who are just like, I want to do early risers, but I'm just not down for 3 hours a week?
I would say the 3 hours of every single session is incredibly valuable and irreplaceable. So every person that comes in is unique, that is the subject matter expert, and all of them have different opinions and knowledge to share with us. And so I found myself engaged the whole time just because I am enthralled in my business and in love with what I do, and I want to be the best business owner that I can be. So I was already in it to win it and engaged.
This perfect answer.
And under the normal circumstances, they got food. Like, we were supposed to have a Taco Tuesdays, but wasn't no tacos because we was at the house. But if you hungry like me, and food is a motivator. But all jokes aside, the Taco Tuesday branding exercise was excellent. She went through it. It was kind of quick, but it was very, very impactful. The exercise of your brand smells like this, your brand feels like this. It was great. That was probably one of my favorite things. Also, my man Josh Reed came through excellent. Now, mind you, just for a little context, when it comes to digital marketing, I'm jaded. Like, I'm very jaded. I'm very skeptical. I do not impress easily because I've been doing this for 10 years plus. And even this old jaded person, I was like, ooh, I didn't know about that. And so, yeah, the subject matter experts are, they did not disappoint. So if you're at various levels, even because like I said, when it comes to certain things about digital marketing, I'm like, whatever. But even at my skill level, Josh was still like, ooh, that's great. So there's always something to learn, always something new. And yeah, it was the genuine article.
I just said in the comments, if T was impressed, then you know it's real.
That's true.
So we just had a celebrity join. James Revels is in the building. CEO of Katakage. How you doing?
Hey, James.
Hey, how's everyone doing? Hey.
We're
Good
doing
to see y'all.
And I think, Whitney, I really liked what you said about, you know, just being invested in your business where all that information was so valuable. Like, even though it was 3 hours for me, like I said, my attention span is low. It didn't feel like 3 hours. It felt like it went really quick. There was so much information in each session, and each session was very different. And we learned about different things. What was you guys' favorite topics to learn? Like, which class, if you can remember, was your favorite one?
Hey, can I go ahead and chime in?
Yes, sorry, Chris.
Hey, it's Chris, and I apologize that I'm not on video. I am out at my tomato plot farming.
We can't hear you, girl.
My other hand. So my favorite part about the favorite thing I learned was it's a little golden of information that you might not have.
Hey, Caressa, can you hear us?
Specific, like for me, learning about the construction loan and acquisition loan. That was like worth all 10 weeks in a row for me, because that's information I've struggled with and it's new to me. So all of those little business things. I've been in business for a while. We're in the process of transitioning from, I want to date an emerging specialist.
Oh no, Caressa, you're going in and out. We can't hear you fully.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm just gonna go ahead and mute.
Oh no, we want to hear what you said. We couldn't hear a majority of it, but we know that it was good.
Yes, and I apologize. I'm just in the country.
Oh no, you're fine. We can hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was saying the thing I loved the most was just those little golden nuggets of information. I own a Dayton Emerging Fashion Incubator, and so learning about the acquisition loans versus the construction loans was like the most valuable information I received, because that was information, even though I've had a business plan and talking to the bank, they didn't share the information with me. It's almost like, unless you know it, they're not going to share it. So that was the most valuable lesson that I've learned, and I've been running with it since.
All right.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Thanks so much for sharing, Carissa. Okay, so we have Patricia. I definitely want to check in with her and see how her business is doing.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I had to move to my iPad. So things have been, I guess, on track since we ended. So I remember once COVID started, like I shared last time, I was like, oh no, COVID, this is terrible. So as a student, I was not on campus anymore. The last time I was on campus was the day of my birthday on March 10th, and then COVID was declared a pandemic on March 11th, and I didn't go back to school. So obviously I was trying to balance my classes with this business, but I took this whole COVID pandemic as an opportunity to leverage my time a bit. So I was able to work more towards my startup. And since the Early Risers Academy, I've become an LLC. So that was one step that I've taken. I've been selected by Aussie Hair Care and her campus as an Aussie Roo Crew Fellow. So right now I have been selected as one of 20 finalists in this national competition that's focused on student entrepreneurs. And I'm competing for $10,000 at the end of August to be one of 5 finalists for this next award. So in this, I've been meeting with another entrepreneur who is also in the area of creating safer college experiences, creating better college experiences. So overall, things have been going on track. Definitely balancing school and internship and the business has been a little bit tough, but I just kind of try to set some time aside each day to just do a little bit of everything. But I've definitely had to focus a lot on my time management and being able to make sure I'm hitting everything I need to. And I've been focusing a lot more on being more present on social media. So before I was just present on Instagram, but now I'm moving to also multiple social media platforms to have that presence on there.
Where can they follow you? You can go ahead and plug that in right now.
Oh, sure. So on Instagram at college_thrifts, Twitter at college thrifts, Facebook at college thrifts app, and on TikTok. So now we're on TikTok. That's an emerging platform. So you can find us on TikTok at college thrifts too.
That's amazing. Tajo, can I just add to, we didn't talk about this, but Patricia is from Miami, Florida. Oh, yeah. She found us via LinkedIn and was able to be a part of the Dayton area cohort that we have here. And so that was really exciting to have someone all the way from Florida be a part of the a Dayton program. So COVID at least allowed us to scale. This is also our largest cohort to date, with starting out with 16 members and finishing out with 14. And so that was just, I wanted to highlight that because this is like the standard.
So on that same token, I was talking to so I go to Florida International University in Miami, and I was talking to them about what I've been up to with college thrifts. And I mentioned the Early Risers Academy and how I was from Miami, Florida, and like they're not in Miami, and how COVID-19 has allowed me to go beyond just the Miami community and see how I can see what's going on under other entrepreneurial communities outside of Miami. So that has been something that's been really amazing, and I've definitely been able to benefit from.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you.
Yeah.
And congratulations on all your success. Everybody since the program, you guys are doing amazing things, and I'm really happy to see you guys continue to thrive even in a COVID pandemic environment. So that's great.
Yeah, and I definitely want to speak to like how we're all talking right now. We were all in different aspects of our business journey. Like for me, and it sounds like a little bit for Patricia, like beginners, like kind of in the beginning stages of like figuring it out. So this was really helpful. But I know like Caressa and T have like been in their industries for a long time, and you know, so it's definitely for everybody. And can we kind of talk to like reasons why you decided to join this cohort or the Early Risers Academy? For me, it was because I needed to learn the foundation and learn some things because I was starting a business. But I know for some people, they were like relearning things or brushing up. What are your reasons?
Initially, my reason was because it was free and I could pitch for $1,000. Honest, and I always look for opportunities to grow, not only personally, but in my business as well. So that was like the, the back burner reason. But yeah, like it was a free program to launch my business from idea to like launch. Of course I'm going to do that. Like I'd be stupid not to.
For me, I had not yet gotten the type of support that I needed from the Entrepreneurship Center. And this looked like something new and different. And it was exactly what I needed. And if I could go back and do it all over again, I would have started here first.
T holds no punches. Go ahead, Ro.
So I was in beginning stages and kind of like what you said, TJ, I needed the foundation. And so I feel like the only way I was going to be able to get that is maybe if I go back to school. But then voila, this program came across, and a fellow alumni of ERA is the one who told me about it. And she was like, it's like taking a master's class if you already were thinking about it, but it's for free and it's for 10 weeks and you get to keep the curriculum. I'm like, oh, okay, we should do this. So yes, it was definitely that foundation point. And then to piggyback what T said, that support definitely, I mean, in resource after resource after resource. Like it was kind of one of those things where I learned is like, it's really no excuses at this point. Like we really have the things we need. We just have to keep asking those questions and doing our homework. And that's what ERA taught me.
Perfect. Did anybody else? Oh, go ahead, Patricia.
So yeah, I don't come from a business background, so this was also providing the foundation for me. I didn't know what a lot of the terminology meant, and also that I was the student, the fact that the times that we met was in the evening was really convenient for me, because even though our school went virtually, or we went virtual, we still had classes at certain times. So this allowed me to take classes and then after class hop on and learn some stuff other than engineering. That it was kind of like a break from that engineering stuff that I was so used to, and kind of see how I can maybe apply some of this engineering stuff into business to grow my own business.
And it's growing, girl. Anybody else want to share anything?
Hey, so I wanted you to share what's happened with your business since we convened.
Aw, okay, shoot. What's the business jumping? We raised over $5,000 thanks to the community. We also are receiving like donated services from LMG, which is a really great one of the top marketing firms in Dayton. They've had clients such as Dale, Marvel, Scott's Toilet Paper, and so now What's the Biz is a client. So I'm really excited to expand our show and just really reach further than what we were doing before. So those are the biggest things that's happening for us. Thank you, Gail.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
All right.
And it was all because of Early Risers Academy. So if y'all want to be successful in life, make sure you join this program.
Nice ad. Nice ad.
We got a lot of superstars in the group.
Amen.
Yeah. So one thing that I want to talk. Oh, James, did you have something to say? Oh, okay. One thing I want to talk about is the homework. So we've talked about the 10-week course, the 3 hours on Tuesdays or whatever day that the program is on. But how are you guys feeling about the homework, and kind of like what advice can you give to future people taking this course?
The homework didn't make sense to me until the 10th week. I was like, what? I do not have a business background, so these words were foreign language, and I was looking up stuff, reading stuff, okay, looking at the examples. So the Kaufman curriculum, though, it was awesome. They had nice examples, and it was user-friendly. It was just more so, it was just a foreign language. And so I think the only thing maybe with us doing it online versus if we could have, met each other in class and then like did a library meetup or something on homework on Saturdays, just to bounce more ideas off of each other, that may have been helpful. But the homework was awesome. I actually kind of went back trying to tweak some of my business plan through the Kaufman curriculum, but a lot of the stuff didn't add up until it was like presentation time. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I have that already plugged in. So it didn't make sense to the 10th week, but it was great. And I think doing the homework over the weekend, that's when I did mine. When we met that Tuesday, when we had those experts talk about it, it kind of made it more applicable. Once we actually had somebody, an expert, talk about it, wasn't just like an everyday lecture with somebody who's really in the field doing what we just read.
I would say don't be intimidated, because it can seem kind of like a lot, and it is, but it's in such a format to where it's digestible, and both our facilitators, Key and Gail, did a really great job of bringing everything together, because we had a wide range of businesses in this cohort. There were 16 of us and 14 that finished. So they had everything from social impact to a bakery, because you got Kat over there making everybody hungry, and I can handle food. But it was really good. And I would just say, don't be intimidated. Also, it does a really good job of like the hard skills, like the forecast and the numbers and everything, but also the soft skills in terms of, what running a business would have, the type of impact it will have on your life. There was one module in particular that was a lot of value to me. It was this lady, I forget her name, but she was talking about the interaction between running a business would have on your life and the types of conversations you need to have with your spouse. And that was everything, because I ain't do none of that. Because I have like, not to go too far down the path, but I have like 3 children by 2 different women. And my communication was not what it needed to be in terms of setting expectations about, how things will go and cash flow and blah, blah, blah. And they went into, okay, you need to have these kinds of conversations and set these types of expectations, because this is the type of thing you would expect. And it was like, oh, that's why she went off on me. Okay, makes sense. So it was just really, really good in terms of not only the hard stuff, but also what life is like when you choose this path.
That was a good point, T. I think I really like that you brought that up.
That was an interesting class, because I wasn't expecting to learn about stuff like that. Like when I say that the Early Risers Academy touches every single aspect of business that you could possibly think about, I don't over exaggerate. I'm not over exaggerating. Anybody else with the homework? Suggestions? For me, kind of to speak to what Rose said, it really did help for me to go back after the classes, or once we had the classes and I was able to do the homework. That was really helpful. It helped me kind of flow through the homework a little easier. But my tip is don't procrastinate. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're like, okay, I'll save this week for later. No, don't do it. You don't lie to yourself.
James,
Yes, James.
give us some feedback on the homework, your experience, where you are.
Let's see. I'll say that the homework, it was a lot at once, but it was very helpful. I think that's the best way to describe it. And I have to agree with Tasia when she says, don't wait. because once it stacks up, it's like okay, yeah, the first part you're good, but then you get to the second part, you start dragging and going, man, maybe I should have just did that last week.
Thank you for that. That's good. So what seriously, the feedback on how we can improve the homework or the course, and Tejal, if you might get to that later, but like the feedback is always good. I would like to add or share, based on your feedback when you guys were in the cohort and towards the end, we have like taken a lot of that into consideration. And like as of like yesterday, we had our session with our 5th cohort. We're in our 5th cohort. And you know, the business plan was one of the deliverables, but that was a very kind of daunting task for pretty much all of our cohorts to date. So last night, I thought, you know, how do we make this easier on the participants in the cohorts? And so instead of this cohort and the rest for this year doing a business plan, they're going to do an MVP, minimum viable product. So they're going to give us the skinny on what is it going to take to start your business or to like grow or scale your business, like the absolute minimum things, right? You don't have to think about all the other stuff, but like, what is it that we need immediately to get things going and to move you guys forward? And so I'm really excited about that because I think we'll have a lot more engagement with the business plan at that point. And people may not wait to the last minute because we do understand that that could be a little daunting. The other thing, an opportunity for you guys. So the feedback that you all gave with Fast Track and that it's a very product heavy, case studies and scenarios, it really didn't, it was a little difficult for you all as service providers or service-based businesses to like sometimes apply the theory like immediately. Fast Track actually has let us know that if you all want to be case studies in the curriculum that they highlight for service-based companies, you all, you know, we can work together and with them to be able to write up those stories and examples for the curriculum. So if anybody is interested in that, definitely let me know, because then that way it will give you another larger platform, because this is an international organization, to have your business put out there. So definitely do take that seriously. And one last thing, Sarah Seagraves, your co-fellow from the cohort, she's not on tonight, but she was absolutely phenomenal yesterday as one of our subject matter experts for the financial management cycle, sales and cost projections. Mm-hmm. She did an amazing job simplifying the information for our cohort. And I really wish that she would have been able to do that for you guys, but it just makes so much more sense. So we got a lot of positive feedback from the current cohort on how she just really made it click for them. And I wanted to shout her out because she did a wonderful job.
She did.
Did you guys record that class yesterday?
We didn't. We didn't. But she did a great job. But we are going to have her on Launchpad at some point. You know, so, and that's the other thing. You guys, let us know if you want to share what you guys are doing and teach some people. We have so many opportunities.
Y'all gonna have a demo day for the MVP people?
Oh yeah.
Cause like you can have us as like guest judges, and like I can be the mean one. I can be like Simon Cowell, and then James can be the one who's all like nice and poetic and then coaching people on how to incorporate light into the stuff. Cause that listen, I'm not playing. That was my favorite part. When he put that out, I was like, get him, James,
Can you guys do the replay? Can someone? No, I'm joking. If this was on show, we would be able to replay that.
Hey,
yeah.
You know, I like that idea, T. That could be something. We'll talk about that to see which of you guys would like to do that. I think we can definitely incorporate that. The other thing I haven't asked for some of you, I would love for you all, a few of you, to come in and do your pitches so that for our current cohort, so that they can kind of see the various ways that you pitch. Mm-hmm. Because I think y'all had different styles in the way that you pitched, and I want them to be able to see, you know, be creative with the pitch. So I'll be reaching out to you guys, just FYI. back to you, Tejal.
Yeah. So one thing that you reminded me of was just how you guys included us in the classes. So like, I mean, not only were we learning, but you guys always let us know, like, if you feel like you're an expert at this, like you can definitely teach a class or teach. So who all taught something? T, didn't you do a presentation for us? And Sarah did too. Did anybody else? Oh,
Too.
Yeah, I think that was it. Just us two.
Yeah.
okay. So that's just like a note. If you decide to take this cohort or join Early Risers Academy, if you feel like you have some information to share, Gail and Key, we're more than open and creating that space to let you do that with your peers. So the next thing I want to talk about is our one-on-ones with Gail. For a big highlight of this program. It was really nice to have that one-on-one. How did you guys feel? Did you feel like she was helpful or hurtful? She's not. No, I'm joking. How'd you guys?
I could leave.
No, how'd you guys feel about the one-on-ones?
I think the one-on-ones were really helpful. I think they helped me hone in and focus on where I needed to like work on next and tighten up.
Gail gave me hope. And TJ, we talked about this a while back. I think just going into business and then just the environment I was kind of raised in, it seems like when you're trying to do something like entrepreneurship, you need the different resources, and a lot of people, they kind of hold that knowledge. And then just to talk to Gail, and she just has so much knowledge, so much resources. She was just willing to give it. It was like, oh my God, somebody's actually passing the torch. Yeah. So it was so helpful and refreshing to let me know, like, you can still go forward, and it's people that will still help you along the way to help you get through those doors. So they were very helpful.
Yeah, the one-on-ones with Gail were the single best part of the cohort. Period. Like I said, I'm not going to air dirty laundry, but I had a couple experiences that weren't great, and Gail like wiped all that away and then some. She was what I was missing. She was what I was needing, and she came through in a real big way. So yeah, that was the single best part of this entire experience. Like, Kaufman is cool. Don't get me wrong. Kaufman is cool and homework and all that good stuff. Business plans are important, but take all of that away and just leave Gail, and it's still phenomenal. And Key is great too. But yeah, the one-on-ones was amazing.
I would say the same thing. I love talking to Gail, and just really, she definitely calmed me down. Like, I was very anxious and very nervous about starting What's the Biz and really investing into it wholeheartedly because it was a hobby before I made it into a business. But she was very helpful, very graceful. And then if I was ashamed about something, like, she just had a way of making me feel good about it. Like the homework, like, I was definitely not, like, I didn't want to talk about that at all, but she's like, it's okay if you don't have it done, just make sure, you get it done. I don't know.
You all are making me feel emotional.
So Sarah, does anybody else want to add something? And Sarah just joined us. Hey, boo.
Sarah? How's your son, Sarah?
Hello. We are actually, let me flip my camera around, playing with Bubbles right now. He has a leaf blower, Bubbles, without pants, because that's where we're at in our day.
Hey, that's what it is. Congratulations on your presentation yesterday, too. Key was telling us how you simplified and how it was really amazing.
Thank you. It was, I was really excited because it was the first time that I'd done it after us. And so it was like, okay, am I ready to do this for other people? Not just like my group that I'm in class with. Like, it was more than just a class presentation, Yeah. So it was really exciting to be asked to do it, Key. So thank you for that. And then I was really excited that, everybody in the cohort said, like, okay, now this makes sense. Now I get what this is. Like, that was a very reaffirming thing to hear. So it was an awesome opportunity.
Yes,
Perfect.
appreciate you, Sarah. It was wonderful.
It was. It was good.
Yay!
Very good.
Dang, y'all, I just thought about this. We could have like put our money together and surprised Gail with a BMW or something. Like this would have made this reunion. Right. Well, we just
I don't know what kind of money you're making, TJ, but I would like to do that. That would be awesome.
no money this way.
Could all put in on some DoorDash or something, but like,
yeah,
I got 5 on it.
That's more on my budget.
This part is priceless, trust me. A BMW doesn't compare to this.
I got 5.
Notch. This is a reunion reality show. Like we have to come with the works, okay?
In that reality show, who's getting voted off the island?
Good question. Good job.
Right.
I won't do that. Okay, so before I wrap it up, and I want to ask you guys what's next for your businesses. Do you guys want to? Do you guys have anything else that you think that I kind of missed?
I wouldn't say you missed it, but something I would just highlight is the collaborative spirit among all of the cohort members. It was really, really great. And it was fun to be a part of, because you know how it go. Like when you're in competition with somebody, sometimes that could get like stilted and stuff. You're like, I ain't sharing too much because I know I got a pitch against you in a couple weeks. So I'm going to just let you do whatever you do. And then I'm going to go demolish you on pitch day. But it wasn't like that at all. Everybody was very open, gave great feedback. And it was fun because I'm a fairly confident individual, but some of the practice pitches, I was like, whoa, that's going to be a problem. And so it really made me like bring my A game, because my girl Whitney Brewer, when she came with them pictures and she had the women's and the sequences, and then her fiance was butt naked with the belly out, but it was still looking good. I was like, I ain't got none of that.
Those
Nope,
pictures?
I ain't got none of that right
Those
there.
pictures.
Mm-hmm. And then Carissa had me sweating because it's like she came with case study after case study after like beating us over the head with, oh, I got this person on Vogue and we take these people to fashion model. Oh, and by the way, I did this. And do you know, oh, I know that person too. And I was like, nope, don't have any of that. And so it was really, but in a good way, because yeah, when you see how people show up, it makes you want to show up, because it's like, well, if I don't bring my A game, they are going to demolish me. And I'm not the type to be demolished. So, you know, that's the type, but again, it was not like back or no, I'm not gonna do any of that, because we're in competition. It was all very friendly, it was all very open, and it was all very pure.
It was at the point for me that I forgot there was a competition. Like the fact that there was a competition didn't really register with me, because we were so involved with supporting each other and encouraging each other and giving feedback to each other, that it wasn't like, I forgot for a minute that we were supposed to be competing.
Yes, I forgot the competition until I lost too.
And for me, I never even thought of it as a competition. I just pitched because it was part of the class. I wasn't thinking about the $1,000, but I'm not a public speaker. So that would help me to overcome some of my shyness and learning how to make the long story short. So the feedback you guys provided, I mean, literally, I submitted my pitch to the bank along with my business plan 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
so that way they saw that. So I was like, I have you guys to thank for that. There's no way I would have been able to do that or come up with that on my own.
Oh my God, that's so amazing. Congratulations for that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Congrats.
One thing I wanted to say was, it was really nice to see the process, everyone, like how we started, how our pitches started when we practiced versus how they were when the competition came, or when the pitch competition came. And everybody just has so much growth. Like, there was not one person that pitched that did not improve in a way. So it was really cool to see everybody's growth.
And I wanted to piggyback. Absolutely. That's for as facilitators of the program, you all, that's like the best part for us is just like, of course we want you guys to like do, you know, submit the deliverables and things like that, but like the process and like, because there's a lot of professional development too, and I think personal development and just like your business development is always so great to watch you from like week 1 to week 10, and then to the final pitches. And Gail and I, we always, you know, we kind of joke about it, but we would get so emotional like, and then as we got towards the end of our cohort, you all's cohort, I mean, like, it was really, we really felt like we built a family. And that was like one of the really great things about you all's cohort, that I keep saying it, like, you guys for me have become the standard, because like the connectivity that takes place in a program like this, which I think our program, Early Risers Academy, is very unique to that. Because I've been a part of other accelerators and incubators, and that's not typically what it's about, because it's very business. But I'm really grateful that you all were very collaborative and helped each other. And just, you guys really made the program like great. And I'm like really grateful. I'm getting emotional now, too. Let me just, I'm gonna be quiet.
So here's a secret. After each class, you all would click off, and then Key and I would talk for another half an hour to an hour. We wouldn't mean to. We'd start like, and next thing you know.
Right. Yeah, that's me and Gail. We were able to build a really awesome relationship through this cohort in particular. Yeah. Which, you know, we're both really grateful for. So you guys.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
I think you guys set the tone though for us. You saying that you were in previous accelerator programs and things like that. I think as the facilitators, you guys set the tone for us. You guys let us know that it's possible, but you all gave us that grace to say, you know, like, baby steps add up pretty much. And so you kind of ease the pressure, as, you know, some of us had said we were kind of overwhelmed in the beginning, not knowing. But you guys ease the process, and you all have your own success story. So it's like, oh, it's possible. I don't have to be in this intense, and it adds up. It works. So you guys set the tone for us, definitely.
Well, you all met Gloria Ware, who was one of the judges on your cohort. And I met Gloria maybe a year from now, and she's an amazing connector. And so what I watch her do with making other introductions to other people and what have you is what we want to try to emulate. So if we haven't been able to do you to date, you know, when that opportunity comes up in your industry, trust me, you all will be top of mind that we think about who to make an outreach for. And I wanted to add one thing to Whitney's comment when she was talking about staying focused and what have you, because right when the cohort was over, I had an opportunity that Whitney could have maybe taken advantage of, and she waited and she decided not to do it, but she gave me her reason was she wanted to stay focused on her business. She didn't want to take the short-term scenario, and she wanted to go for the long game. So I just wanted to do that shout out to Whitney to just let us know we all make different choices when we got the goal in mind. And that was so profound for me.
Love that. Okay, well, as we wrap this up, did anybody want to speak more on like their pitch experience? I know we talked about it, so I just want to make sure no one else had anything to say around the pitch. Congratulations to T and Patricia again for winning. What'd you guys do with your money? No, I'm joking. Don't.
I locked in my I paid some bills. I ain't paid my child support, but I let them know it was coming. But no, I locked in my curriculum designer. Feeling really good about that. Yeah, really, like Amy is amazing, and I'm really excited about that. I'm also in the process of, I got my computer fixed because my MacBook Pro took a crap on me, and I was so I took it to Micro Center, and Micro Center told me, because I have a 2012 MacBook Pro, so it's an older one. They told me my motherboard went bad, and so they told me it was gonna be $640 to fix it. And so it's like, well, there goes the prize, there goes the prize money. But then I talked to Gail, and Gail told me to go to Gem City Digital over at the Green. So I took it over there. They was able to get me up and running for $107.32. Yep. And so, yeah, I had to shout out Gail for that, because that was big, because that was going to be all my money. But yeah, locked in my curriculums out. I got my computer fixed, and I am in the process of and so I'll have funds to get my barcode and all of the like self-publishing stuff that goes along with that.
I can share. Since I filed as an LLC, there's some charges associated with that, and right now I'm also working on getting a trademark. I didn't know how much that costs, and there's significant costs that come with that. So I'm using the funds towards that trademark, and just kind of looking to see. Right now through FIU, I've been able to find, so I guess a fun fact, there's certain institutions across the United States where they have practicing law students who can do the trademarking services for you for free, and all you have to pay for is the USPTO. I think it's like $400 to file a trademark. So I've been able to leverage that, so that maybe I'll be putting of the prize money, $400 will go towards the trademark.
Nice. That's really awesome, you guys.
That is. Oh, go ahead, Gail. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just nodding along.
Oh, that was me, Tasia. I was just saying that was really awesome. Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure y'all was doing legal things with it. Okay. Well, so and the crazy thing about it is there was only supposed to be one winner for our pitch competition, and there ended up being two, because who donated something? Who donated?
So IUE CWA, which is a local union chapter here. The president is Carl Kennebrew, and he's a colleague of mine. And so I went to him and I said, hey, Carl, he likes to support entrepreneurs also. So say, hey, we have a second winner in our program. Would IUE CWA be willing to sponsor and with no problem? And he got the check immediately. So they were really good with like the payout and everything. And so we're really grateful for that, for a local organization in Dayton that, stepped up to support entrepreneurs in the program.
Thank you, Carl. I appreciate you.
Was a great guy. Okay, so what's next for everybody's businesses? Everybody wants to get an update. For me, we just finished filming the season 3 of What's the Biz, which will be dropping August 24th. So I'm excited. It's going to be so fun and so powerful. We also have a live episode on August 24th. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Thanks, Ralph, for the sound effects.
Let's see, what do I got coming up? So we just got to upgrade. We got a graphics card for the computer, so expect more visuals to come out of Katakage Brands. Definitely should check out the YouTube channel. There's already some music videos there.
Don't forget.
Oh yeah, Tajal's gonna be in a music video. We just shot that like a couple days ago.
How about the video girls, y'all?
Yes.
So yeah, it's gonna be good.
What about you, T? Somebody? What's going on with y'all?
I'll go.
Okay, Whitney.
James and I are collaborating. He inspired a total brand change. So I hired someone that Sarah actually referred me to, the woman who did her branding. She's now doing my branding. And then once that is complete, James and I will start creating content together. I have a photo shoot coming up with T that I'm super fucking excited about in October. I've already worked with Sarah, and I'm super stoked to work with the rest of you. So business has been picking up. It's been a lot of body positive inquiries, so I'm super excited about that. Yeah, so I'm just kind of ebbing and flowing.
Yeah, like Sarah said, I'm gonna be in there in October with the belly out, looking lovely, and then but it's about the curriculum design right now for me, because without that, I don't actually have anything to sell to schools. But everybody who sees the pitch loves it, which I was concerned about because, you know, my communication style is kind of, but Carissa was the one that was like, "No, you need to twist that more." I was like, "You sure?" She was like, "Yeah, like twist it." And so thank you for that, Carissa. But yeah, that's all. It's getting developed. I should be having that done by the end of the year. And then, like I said, with Lawrence Love's help and the rest of the community, we should be off to the races.
Hi, Whitney.
Up next for Defy, we are still hunting for a venue. We have a meeting with the Downtown Dayton Partnership next week. And we received a phone call out of the blue today from another company who has been following us that we hadn't spoke to in almost 9 months. And they're looking to partner with us to help become a destination location for their property. So the main thing right now is finding this location for the House of Defiance, a fashion and design co-working space. And then we announced the new dates for Dayton Fashion Week, which we had to cancel this year due to COVID-19. So mark your calendars for July 11th through the 17th, 2021. And yeah, that's what we got going on. And we're ready to look for designers. Anybody that wants to come in and host an event, business-wise, you know, we got a bunch of designers that know how to design but don't know how to do business. So I would love to have Key and Gail out to possibly do a workshop for designers. Just doing that out there. Okay. So yeah, that's how we have going on right now.
That's awesome. Definitely, Carissa. I'm here to support.
Yeah, if you need any help with your real estate loan, let me know.
So does anybody, who's that?
Cat.
Cat. So I'm going to continue the mobile bakery, and we're looking to do a food truck. So that's our plan. And this is, you can see the sample here, just for tea.
That's great.
So anybody else have anything to share? Are we done? What's going on?
On this episode of Where Are They Now? So besides this class, I also was paying for a training for the vending machine business. So I finished that, and so I sent out 2 emails trying to get contracts. And then last night I took a government contract class. So just trying to move forward so I can get these contracts and seal the deal. And I am going to get training with young entrepreneurs. So they will actually give me the curriculum to teach entrepreneurship, and then which ties into the vending machines for the kids. So I have a meeting with them tomorrow. So just checking along.
Good stuff.
That's awesome. That's really cool that you're doing to be able to train now the entrepreneurs. That's awesome.
Yes. And so the cool thing about the curriculum, though, is just teaching them entrepreneurship overall. So if they want to go ahead and do the program with the vending machines, then that's right there with me, hands-on. But if they want to do something else, just setting them up.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
Rural little kids.
All right, y'all. Does anybody have anything else to share?
So I actually just signed a contract today for a medical supply company out of Colorado. She is a friend's mom who has been following me on social media and was like, hey, I started a business and I need a bookkeeper. And I went through I just like looked at her books to see what all she'd been doing. They opened in October and she hasn't done anything. Like it's just, they have QuickBooks and it's connected to their bank feed, but that's it. So that's going to be a lot of work, but also a very big contract. So I'm really excited about that. And then I've also been working with Gail at the Montgomery County Business Solution Center to help small businesses apply for the CARES grant. So if you were a small business and you were affected by COVID, you could get up to $10,000 as a grant through the Small Business Association and the Montgomery County Office of CARES Act. So that's been really, really neat to be able to actually help like hands-on businesses, you know, get grant money and, you know, stay in business.
That's awesome. You guys are doing such amazing things now. I'm super grateful and happy to hear all the amazing things you're doing with your businesses post Early Risers Academy. And you know, we are definitely here to continue to support you guys post the program, make introductions, share our platform if you want to speak and like get more experience there. And I mean, like, I just get so moved. So I am grateful. And Tejal, thank you so much for hosting this, for having this idea to bring us all back together, just to kind of, like Rose said, to see where we are now. I thought this was a really amazing effort and idea. And so definitely we're going to keep pulling you back in too for all of our other cohorts.
I'm here. I'm happy to see everybody, and thank you guys for being open to every idea that we have. Like that, I really appreciate Launch Day In and Key and just Gail. We can throw ideas at them and they'll be like, they'll just take it and figure out where to plug it in. I love doing stuff like this. And I was just like, hey, I want to have a reunion. And they were like, that's great. Let's do it. So thank you so much for your support.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what we're here for, to support entrepreneurs in the Dayton region. So continue to, and hopefully people who are watching this when it's posted, you got a good glimpse into the program and what we're all about and how we can help and support you guys in your business and even in the idea phase. So definitely reach out to us on Launch Day, and is our website. Early Risers Academy is the program. We have a rolling application, so you can apply today. Our next cohort starts August 26th, and it'll be our general cohort where we focus primarily on minorities. So we are looking to get that filled up, and Gail is going to be the lead facilitator for that, and we'll tag team that and support you guys just like we did this cohort. So definitely give us a visit.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us today. It's good to see everybody again. Make sure you sign up for the Early Risers Academy. And yeah, we'll catch you guys later.
All right. Have a good evening, everybody.
Thanks.